of some of the biggest storylines over the course of the summer in and around the Premier League. Jack Grealish, City have signed him for $139 million from Aston Villa. That was a British record transfer fee. What about Manchester United? They've got Jadon Sancho in for $100 million from Borussia Dortmund. They are set to sign, hasn't quite got over the line yet, Rafael Varane from Real Madrid, but it should do certainly in the next day or two. Chelsea yesterday confirmed the signing of Romelu Lukaku back at his old club for $135 million from Inter Milan. Arsenal signed Ben White, who makes his Arsenal debut tonight in the Premier League, for $70 million from Brighton. And Liverpool haven't done anything up top, but they have strengthened at the back. Ibrahima Konate for $51 million from RB Leipzig. And these are the kind of stories that our newest member of our NBC Premier League team will talk about and bring us over the course of the season in standing areas. Next to Arlo White, David Ornstein, who is the football correspondent for The Athletic, who has a Monday column, which we all read avidly now. He is working for us. David, from all of us here in the United States, it's a huge welcome, and I hand it over to you, Arlo.
Rebecca, thank you. For the first time in 18 months, I can barely hear what you're saying because the Brentford squad have just come out for their warm-ups and the fans went crazy and it's put goosebumps on my forearms. David, welcome to the team as our Premier League insider and our top summer signing. Let's talk about another potential signing, shall we? Harry Kane. Will he, won't he go to Manchester City? What's your information?
Oh no, firstly, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. Harry Kane is going to be the story of the rest of the transfer window. We know that he wants to leave Tottenham Hotspur for Manchester City. We know that Manchester City want to sign him, and they are going to stay. They're going to wait, but they're not going to go above and beyond where they want to go, which is £100 million. They could stretch further with add-ons to 20 or 30 million extra, but not anywhere near the reported 150, 160 million pounds. This is all in the hands of Daniel Levy, the Tottenham chairman. If he doesn't want to sell Harry Kane, and that's his stance at the moment, he's not for sale, then he will not be selling Harry Kane. If Harry Kane stays, he, I'm told, my understanding is, will get on with his profession. He wants to score goals. He wants to play for England in the World Cup qualifiers, the 2022 World Cup. He wants to become the Premier League's all-time record goal scorer, and I don't doubt his professionalism. But this is a huge story that is not going away, and I suspect in the next week or so, Manchester City will try again. It depends how far they manage to test Tottenham's resolve and whether Tottenham change their stance.
We expect him to play on Sunday.
I think there's a good chance he'll be on the bench rather than start, largely because of the quarantine he's had to go through. He only came back into training with the group today, so it might be a little bit early, but he is part of the group, and I think Tottenham want to keep us calm and try and reintegrate him, but we're going to keep talking about it.
Tottenham, of course, play Manchester City on Sunday. We'll have a big
Welcome to the show today. We are talking about
switch North London clubs to Arsenal. They're depleted. Illness in the camp. There's no Aubameyang. There's no Lacazette. They had COVID issues earlier in pre-season. Is this the sort of build-up that Mikel Arteta wanted? And what explains his lack of action, really, in the transfer window?
It's deeply disruptive. You mentioned the USA tour that was cancelled because of the COVID outbreak in the camp. Let's be clear, this is going to be going across the league, across European and world football. However, it has hit Arsenal particularly hard. I broke the story today that there would be no Aubameyang or Lacazette. They are unwell, and that's meant the start for following Balogun today. Arsenal's preparations have not gone to plan, it's safe to say. They did bring in some early recruits in Ben White, who we'll see today, Nuno Tavares on the bench, Albert Sambi Lokonga starting too. But they need to do more. They need to look for a creative player. We understand that they're in some conversations for Martin Odegaard of Real Madrid, who they've had on loan and would like to take on a permanent basis, but they still probably need to do more. Maybe another attacker, maybe a backup goalkeeper. Well, they want one for sure. They've got a young boy on the bench today because their second choice goalkeeper is missing. So Arsenal's transfer window is far from done. And you see the arms race that's going on above them. Teams spending so much money. Arsenal are hanging on their coattails, and they'll need to invest pretty heavily and hope Mikel Arteta can blend the squad nicely if they're going to compete.
We're still reeling from the tumult towards the end of last season of the potential of proposed Super League that collapsed almost as soon as it began. But UEFA have plans, it seems, to introduce a salary cap. What's the latest on that, David?
Yeah, so this is a story that was broken by Martin Ziegler in the Times. He's very close to UEFA, and he's very authoritative on these issues. What he's saying is that financial fair play, which has been derided in so many quarters for so many years now, which looks back at finances over a 3-year period historically and is largely regarded as not being fit for purpose, is going to be done away with, and they will replace it with a new mechanism whereby clubs have their salaries monitored, and you can only spend up to a certain percentage of your revenue on salary, say 70%. If you go over that, there'll be something that the US audiences will be used to in baseball, basketball, and so on, a luxury tax. Maybe if you spend $1 over, you'll have to pay $1 into a pot that will be redistributed to the other teams. That's going to cause controversy because many teams will just spend over knowing that they can buy whoever they want, spend whatever they want, and it won't be a particular issue. But it will also give teams at the bottom the ability to do the same. So in one sense, it could be deemed fairer than financial fair play, but I think it's going to be the future, and it may be ratified, according to this report, at a UEFA meeting in Switzerland next month.
David, I think that was the equivalent of a debut hat-trick. Well done. Welcome to the team. David will be our Premier League insider throughout the season. Rebecca, we'll send it back to you.
Brilliant stuff indeed. Our thanks there to Arlo and to David. Looking forward to having his contribution throughout this season. It's that time of year, guys. It's time for predictions. We're going to start at the top of the table and look at the title odds powered by PointsBet. Man City, clear favourites. They're at -150, meaning a $15 bet wins you $10. Then come Chelsea and Liverpool, both are at +500. They're followed by Manchester United. Interesting. And PointsBet have the North London clubs as long shots. So, caveat, transfer window is still open, and we will do this again at the end of the transfer window deadline day show. But your top 4 predictions, Robbie Musto, please, in order, I think.
Okay, so I think Chelsea. I think they've done enough. They've improved in a really key area. Hard to repeat. So Chelsea first, Man City second, Manchester United third, Liverpool fourth.
Okay, Robbie Earl, do you go same or different?
Slightly different than my learned friend over there. I go Manchester City. I think they'll get Harry Kane. I think in the end, Daniel Levy will take the 150. I've gone City to win it. I've gone Chelsea to come close at second. Lukaku's the plug-in and play, but I still worry about goals from other areas. Third, I'm going to go Manchester United. I think with what they brought in, and Liverpool with injuries coming back is fourth.
Yes or no, if Kane goes to City, you change?
I'm changing, yes.
Okay, thought so. Okay, let's take you back to Arlo with Graham and Lee and get some predictions from you chaps.
Oh, what a sight. And the sounds here are absolutely phenomenal. We've got big smiles on our faces. Heels on the touchline here. And the crowd are getting us up for this massive game between Brentford and Arsenal to kick off the season. So, who's going to win and who's going to finish in the top 4? Graham, we're going to start with you.
Man City first, Chelsea second, Man U third, Liverpool fourth. As of today.
As of today, the transfer window closes in a couple of weeks.
I'm going to change mine every single week until December. I'm going Man City. Did I go Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United?
Yeah, that's very interesting. So you've got Liverpool in second
I
place.
think they're going to bounce back. Van Dijk effect.
Okay. What about the other end of the table? Let's switch to look at the relegation odds. PointsBet have the 3 new clubs, Norwich, Watford, and as the 3 favourites to go down. Nothing unusual about that. They're followed by Crystal Palace, then Burnley and Newcastle. Gentlemen, who's going down this season?
Well, with absolutely no basis for this, because we haven't kicked a ball yet, I'm going to say Burnley, Newcastle and Watford.
Yeah,
Nixon.
I'm going to go Norwich. Oh, sorry, my prediction's just gone. And the other one's gone. I'm going to go Norwich.